Anyway, still waiting for my screens to get here so I can get my work done. But we have a message for Mr. Fernando Gonzalez. So we're in the process tomorrow to reach out to the FBI because again, as I said before, you use my cube and a couple of things you've been doing down through time, messing with stuff, and just making all kinds of false accusations about our company. We're going to start. We had people already on this account gathering information, and we have more than enough information. Hold for a minute. You keep your butt out of trouble because you got some trouble today, some real bad trouble today. Keep it out of trouble. Anyway, so yeah, so we've been gathering some information on him for the last couple of months. We have enough information needed to go forth and do what we have to do. So, to Fernando Gonzalez, I told you around the end of this year that we're going to get all this stuff tidied up and get it done because you have been doing all kinds of destructive nature, and for some reason you think you're above the law. So, starting tomorrow, I'm going to make a call to the FBI and set up an appointment because you already have a file there already, and give them the control number that I have on you. Wrong mouth. We can stop. Let me see. Also for the counterfeiting, copyrights, trademark violations, everything else you've been doing on your YouTube channel. What's it at? What's on the other phone? Where's the other phone? Maybe it's from the phone account. Okay, so yeah, we're going to start following. We're going to get ready to get all this wrapped up. So we're going to begin the process. I was looking through some emails from basically some organizations that are basically, we're going to be taking care of this on tomorrow. So it's over, buddy. That's it. It's over. I know you feel like you're basically on top of the world and you're doing this, but no. Bottom line, you broke some very, very serious laws, and on top of that, the fact that you violated our copyrights. That cube, you're not supposed to touch that, and everything else you weren't supposed to touch to begin with. You weren't supposed to touch this. I finally got my confirmation back. We're ready to start. So tomorrow, we are going to begin the process of contacting the FBI. I do have your control number. Let me see. If I don't have it, I can go through. Let me see. And we have to contact them again. Let me see. Immigration law enforcement. I'm about to dig up all those, everything from there. Yeah, you can't be using my stuff without my permission, and I'm not going to let you get away with that. So I'm going to go do what I have to go do, and we're going to see you down here in Pennsylvania. Where's it at? Here it is. Immigration and Custom Enforcement. And I explained to you that all I have to do is walk over to that building and give them this document, and they contact ICE that fast. Because there's already charges already on you in the Allentown Police Department and already with the FBI. And I told you not to be touching our stuff. And again, the stuff you've been doing lately, we got to put an end to this mess. So we are going to get you up here in Allentown for court. Let's see, this is involving all this stuff right here. We're also going to be opening up a counter case with the CCB, Copyrights Claim Board, for touching the copyright. And I'm going to be following separate charges down here in Pennsylvania for basically the counterfeiting and trademark violations that you committed out of your apartment. Also be in contact with zoning again, because this time we'll have a number from the FBI, which would be a control number, to contact them or let them know that where they need to go from there, so they can make a visit to your apartment. Now the reason why we're doing all this, Fernando, because again, you broke some very serious laws, as I told you before, and I told you at the end of the year we're going to get all this wrapped up. So starting with that cube that you were touching, which is 2D artwork, belongs to us, this is where we're going to start at. I have to get the one for that one. I need that control order. That's what we need. Now you may take it up by saying that you did a lot wrong, man. You did a lot wrong. I would suggest that any money you spent right now, I would get an attorney quick. Because as I said before, we're gathering up information on him. I had people on his page, he's still doing that 3D printing nonsense. He's still ripping off companies. You're doing a lot of stuff you're not supposed to be doing. So now we're going to bring all this to a head. So get ready. Before the end of this year, you will basically be behind bars, as I said before. We have, here we go. That's one of the control numbers right there. I told you not to be touching our material, right? I have to print everything out that's on the cell phone, the copyrighted material. Look at the YouTube videos and all that. So yeah, that's good to go. Jamie will take it as jealousy. No, Jamie, I have $1 million technology sitting over there. I don't think so. But basically, I don't approve of people coming to my country at the end of the day, breaking every law you can possibly think of. And one of them is actually trademark and counterfeiting. And especially when you try to do that to our product. Oh, wait, you did use my 2D copyrighted material without my permission. So, yeah, I'm going to basically bring you to Pennsylvania for that. At any means necessary, we're going to bring you here. You're on your YouTube channel, crying one all you want, we don't care. Monday morning, as I told you, all I have to do, tomorrow, all I have to do is get that confirmation from the FBI to set up an appointment, and all I got to do is walk in there with that immigration control number we have here, and that's it. You're done. That fast, that quick. Now, is this being done because Fernando did anything recently? No. He's done a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff. You go to the blacklist, you see how many people he's ripped off. He's also stole from his customers. He stole from companies and sold their products without their permission. He's been terroristic threats, all kinds of stuff you can possibly name. Yeah, he's done it. And it's time to bring it to a head. I want to make sure that when they hit that building, I want to make sure that they find out who owns the building, the landlord. Even if we have to go through City Hall, we have to go through their taxes to figure out exactly who owns that building. I have to have a nice long talk with your landlord. I need to know exactly how much did he know what was going on. There we go. In that building. Because we have a lawsuit we have to file against him. On top of that, the fact that you don't have an official lease and you don't have any documentation, at the end of the day, he's responsible for a lot of stuff now. So let's get this started tomorrow. I'll make that phone call, set up an appointment with an agent, go in, I'm going to print everything out so we have everything here, get a nice folder on you, get my new report over from Allentown Police Department, and set something up with the FBI. Until then, I have to contact Homeland Security and basically update them on everything that we're throwing over here and any files we got from the FBI from there. These won't be process servers that'll be coming to your door, so you know. And for the counterfeiting, once we file up here, that means they transfer that document back over to California and they issue a warrant for your arrest. Let me see. So you're still counterfeiting. You're still stealing from the United States. We know that from the door. I've had people track your money at the end of the day. They know what you're doing. They know that you're basically stealing. You don't have paperwork, so you can't get a job. I mean, we know that from the door. And the job you had, you were getting paid on the table at the printing press. So we know you don't have these documents. So your income's coming from somewhere, and we know it's coming from basically that 3D printing press that you have in your apartment. So you're basically running a counterfeiting ring. And this is enough to bring FBI and Homeland Security to your front door. From all the information we gathered in the last couple of months, including what we already found on you already, this is enough to get it started. So as I said before, I would get an attorney quick, but you're going to need one. And then we're going to show them at the end of the day how you were tampering with our stuff. Here we go. This is one of the copyright claims board. There. I need, let me see. The number for FBI in Allentown. That's true. We'll be in contact with them tomorrow. Now, Jamie, there's nowhere in the world on God's green earth I'm going to let all this slide. I mean, the fact you attacked my family, you attacked my friends, you've even attacked my cat, you stalked my business, you did all that dirt to my company. We're not letting this slide. I'm going to see you behind bars. I told you, at the end of this year, we're going to make sure that you're out of the United States. So you can showboat all you want. I guarantee you that you're going to have agents at that front door very, very soon. All these crimes you committed here, over here, you think you're going to get away with that nonsense? Oh, heck no. And you got all this evidence on you? No. I have to start getting you guys wrapped up so we can get all this done. Mr. Williams, we'll be in contact with you real soon. I'm about to drag you behind over here to Pennsylvania to be prosecuted. You're coming next. Oh, we did have one of these in here. I was wondering where this thing. I'm going to go apply for this right now. Let me add to that. Now, Fernando, I know you. You'll probably take it as a joke, but you didn't take it as a joke when I had a process server come to your front door. I would suggest you take this extremely serious. I would advise you get yourself an attorney. Don't bother reaching out to me. It's just not going to do any good. I would advise you get yourself an attorney. You're definitely going to need one. And you can call it racist all you want. You came here to this country and you committed multiple serious crimes. That's what you did. Anybody else would have been prosecuted. Anybody else would have to go to jail for this kind of nonsense that you did. So, you're no special than anybody else. Number for Federal Trademark Commission. Number for a Federal Trademark Commission? There we go. And we need to go back to where we have. Who is it? The message? I was talking with the post office. We have to put a complaint from the post office right now. Let me see. Let's see, immigration. Removal. That's really, I'll go in contact with them. Our report should definitely be in there for that. Here we go. That's a receipt for what you call for the process server. Oh, give me CCB too. I'm going to file a charge against my CCB. Let me see. Copyright Claim Board. CCB, Copyright Claims Board. This is the process server that, well, this is the whole process we went to. Had a process server go through the store. We had to send these guys after them. So I'm going to be filing that tonight. Already done it already, so pretty much it's cakewalk. We know how to do it. So I'm going to hire the same people that I had the first time, go up there this time. But this time, when this process server reaches your apartment, he's going to be ordered to serve anyone in the apartment that's over the age of 18, which means your wife can also be served. So let's get that one started too. For that, for touching the Black Series Edition, the Crystal Edge, and as for basically the new one we have, we're taking that to federal court because we want jail time behind this. I want to be to raise enough ruckus when we send all these documents through, which are all legit, all these ruckus, so we can bring up law enforcement can see this and say, okay, we got to go make a check on this guy. That's what we want. Because once they make a check on their file and everything they have on you, the charges are being filed against you. The next stage is they're going to call ICE. This it? I think this is it. This is one of them. There we go. Now once Fernando is deported and he's out of the country, the rest of you are actually in those files because you and Fernando all work together as a team. So now these investigations are going to open up on you guys. No, it's not going to take long at all to open up all those investigations because once he becomes part of the hot seat, it's going to pass on to you too next. And man, it's not going to go well. I told you we're going to get you guys wrapped up before the end of the year. I want to get this thing done early. I got all kinds of business opportunities popping up, and I need you guys behind bars as soon as possible. This is his address and information, where he's located. I'll give that to them. Copy to them. The only thing that the FBI doesn't have on you, Fernando, they don't have the new stuff we have right now with the whole counterfeiting and all that, and they don't have the fact that they don't know right now that you're undocumented. Now, as much as I would love for you to be an American citizen so we can prosecute you, you're not. Either way, you're leaving. Doesn't make a difference. I file one charge down here in Philadelphia. I go right to that courthouse and file one charge on you. Mind you, The fact that I have medical condition, I can't fly, they got to bring you here. And if they got to bring you here, the first thing they're going to ask me is, are you documented? And I'm going to tell them, you're not documented. We found you don't have papers at the end of the day. So they have to contact ICE, which you'll never make it to court. And again, you go call racist at the end of the day. Oh, he's racist this and racist that. Yeah, Jamie, we're racist because we won't allow you to commit crimes here in the United States. We won't allow you to commit all the crimes of ripping off American citizens, or ripping off American companies, and some overseas companies at that. We won't allow you to go around and stalk people, harass people, defamation, slander, perjury. We won't allow you to do all that. You can explain that to the judge. Matter of fact, get your lawyer and have a lawyer contact me and say, hey, he's racist. He's coming after me because none of this is true. Oh, please do that. Please do that. Matter of fact, I'll give you 3 days. 3 days to have an attorney reach out to me and say, we can't prosecute you on what we have on you right now. Go ahead and do it. Till then, Monday morning, sorry, not Monday morning, tomorrow, I'm going to make a phone call to the FBI, and I'm going to set up an appointment to meet up with them to explain to them how serious the situation is and why we need to have you taken care of as soon as possible. Also, too, the fact that we had to file 2 reports with Immigration, Homeland Security against you. I'll be reaching out to zoning tomorrow in Baldwin Park and letting them know what we're about to do. And show newer videos of you still operating the equipment in your apartment. No, you would think at the end of the day, so, well, no, I know of this, Jamie, because I told you. I got people monitoring your accounts right now, gathering information. We have enough to get this thing finalized and done. Copyright claim for this is the first one we had to file with this guy. I want that. Let me see. Violation form. I have to fill them out. Let me see. Immigration and Customs violation form. There we go. Okay, that's the form right there. I'll fill that one out. Another one out. Before we fill this one out, I want the confirmation back with the FBI. Because I know we did reach out to FBI on this problem. And here, right here, this is the date. So my date that I have for you, Fernando, is 10/31/2027. You're under investigation. I need to print this one out right here. I got to take this down to them tomorrow. All right, that's what I was looking for. That's all I need. I'm going to print out, take your videos, load them onto a flash drive, show you in the videos, talk about counterfeiting other people's products, selling trademark items, multiple printing machines you're operating out of your apartment, showing that basically you're running an illegal operating business, do not have a license to sell in the state of California, and you're driving a vehicle without a registered license. We know that from the door. So the vehicle you own right now, you don't have a license to have it. Buddy, you just keep sinking in this hole, man. At the end of the day, this thing just gets deeper and deeper for you. Yeah, my buddy went through his account. He's driving a vehicle without a license. He has no license to drive in the state of California. Because in order for you to get a license, you have to have a birth certificate and you have to have a social security number. You don't have either one of those. Now, for those people that how he found out this information, he told on himself. He literally told on himself in a video. That's how we found out. We're hoping he's a United States citizen. My buddy said, before you drop this money down for this court case, make sure he's legit. So you can file the case against him. Because if not, we lose that money. We made a statement about how we have to figure this out. And he comes in and says, you're trying to deport me. Why would you even make that statement? You literally told on yourself. Every officer I even told that to. They said, well, yeah, you told on yourself. And then most people who do have documents will show documents right away. Don't show them. You didn't show them. You disappeared. Literally, I have a county. You disappeared for 11 days without being any activity on your YouTube channel. You don't have documents. Another thing too, Jamie, is that out of your group, only one person touched those copyrights. That was McAfee, because McAfee was trying to make a realistic receipt. But you're the only person who touched those copyrights multiple times. Who touches the copyright 160 times? Nobody. They don't even want to touch it one time because you thought at the end of the day you would just be deported back to Mexico. You're not going to Mexico. You're going to another place at the end of the day. It's far worse. You're going to El Salvador. Or you might go to that Alligator Alcatraz. You might go to one of those places. But you're not going there because what they're doing, how they're doing things now. So that was another thing too. Another key thing, you've been in the same apartment for over 15 years. You raised 2 kids in the same apartment. The average person doesn't do that. The average person basically upgrades. Either they get a second job or a third job or whatever, but they upgrade, they get a bigger place because, again, it's going to get pretty cramped in there. And your apartment's a 1-bedroom apartment. I told you, I know people who live in your building. So you have a 1-bedroom apartment over there. So who raises 2 kids in a 1-bedroom apartment? Where are they going to sleep at? That place would be overcrowded. That would explain the congestion of the place being so packed with so much stuff in there. And you can't get a storage unit. In the storage unit, you were actually shown storing stolen merchandise that you printed out on your machine. Again, send you to jail for this, which we got to report all this on tomorrow. That's your sister's unit. It's not yours. We know that from a fact. So we did a background check and we found out that's your sister's storage unit. That's not yours. Because again, in order to get a storage unit, you had to have 2 forms of ID. And I know that because I get storage units all the time. And one time when my IDs expired, and I literally had to go all the way down, get a whole new ID from the DMV, come way back up, blah, 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 to get a storage unit. So they're very strict on storage units. So again, you're using somebody else's, which now they're going to get blamed for that because what we found in there, even if you clear it out, even if you clear it the whole, we have it on evidence of you talking and walking to a storage unit and pulling out multiple licensed teams that you basically printed on your machine. There's no way to get around that one. And if you delete the videos, it won't help you. We have copies of everything. And those copies are online, and those videos online are everywhere. So you can't get around that. So that's another thing too. The whole congestion of the apartment. On top of that, in the timeline you've been there, you've never traveled outside the state. The reason why you can't travel in the state, because you go to the airport, 2 forms of ID. Train station, 2 forms of ID. Any form of transportation requires a ton of ID. Why? 9/11. That's why. That's why you have to have all this paperwork before you can fly. But that, you know who the freak you are before you get on that plane. So you haven't left. You've traveled within the area of California, but you never actually left the state. See, there's a lot of things wrong with that right there. A lot of red flags were popping up. But you're the one that told us what we need to know. You sat there and said he's trying to deport me. Told him yourself. And then you disappeared for 11 days. You did the same thing that Williams did. Williams, when you talk about being a priest, by the way, that's coming up pretty soon for you, buddy, who claimed to be a priest at the end of the day, and then we asked for a clergy ID and a doctorate from a college, a biblical college, that you got your biblical document, your documentation from. And he went in front of a Burlington coat factory and ranted in 3 videos and never showed anything, and then disappeared himself. Because y'all don't have that. Y'all impersonating people at the end of the day. That's what you're doing. So, again, my friends have all been monitoring. These are people that have a right. They have the right. They're monitoring you right now on everything you've been doing. And they know they've been documenting the video and recording everything you were doing to get ready for this moment right now. So, I doubt we're going to see you in court. I doubt we're even going to see you at all, period. Because I know automatically from the door that the minute this hits the fan, and it will tomorrow, I know that they have to contact Homeland Security on you. They have to. And you will never make it to a courtroom. Because they don't believe in basically due justice. They don't believe in it at all, period. I'm going to tell you something, Fernando. Out of all the people who get picked up, you deserve it 100%. You do. You deserve it 100%. If you're going to sit there and cry on your YouTube channel right now and say, I don't deserve to be deported out of the country, you do. You're a criminal. You have stole from companies. Mighty Ducks, are you kidding me? You stealing from the Mighty Ducks, really? That's Disney. Yeah, everything you just printed out was already documented, and there are emails being sent out to these companies right now with all your information attached to it. So where you live at, your address, all your personal information has been sent out to these companies. They've been sending them out for the last couple of months, so they've been on your accounts. Don't learn anything. Don't learn one thing at all, period. Well, we won't see you anymore. After Monday, after tomorrow, today's Monday, after tomorrow, I'm going to go in and basically get it done. I told you, I prayed on it, and I waited on it. Lord told me, wait. Tomorrow, tomorrow is the day we do it. So I'm going to contact FBI. I have your control number and all your information right there on that document. As a matter of fact, let me get a printout. I can get a copy, take everything over to them, and then they're going to go from there. Because one of the things they did ask me as we were having this conversation, the first time I was over there, they asked me questions like, do you have are you documented? We didn't know at the time. We didn't know anything about that. I'm like, we don't even know. To tell you the truth, honestly, I don't know if you're here or not. I really didn't care at the time. But now my buddy came and said, hey, buddy, you put money into this, and this guy's not documented, you could lose $1,000. It costs about $1,000 to go to federal court. So you're not going to give me that money back. They're not going to give me that money back. So I'm going to be out $1,000. So with that being said, that's when we started asking questions like saying, well, we have to find out whether or not if he's documented or not. And you came out there screaming and carrying on. Now, like I said, if you feel this is racist in any way, you get yourself an attorney and you call Baldwin Police Department on me and say, hey, there's a guy on YouTube being racist. He's attacking me because I'm Mexican. And I'll contact them and say, look, this is the stuff we have on this guy at the end of the day. We have freaking trademark violation, copyright violation, patent violation. We have basically tons of emails pinged back to his IP address, basically showing where he was harassing our company with terroristic threats. We have over 32 accounts and the Allentown Police Department showing we filed multiple crimes against him. On top of that, with pictures and videos to match everything. We also have a process server that went to his front door. We have a document he committed perjury and lied on an LLC, which is now delinquent to the roof. You wouldn't believe how delinquent that thing is. Do I need to go on? Oh, cyber stalking, mail fraud. What else do you want to add to this? All right then. So I won't say I'll see you in court, because I won't see you in court. Because you won't. Now for the rest of them, we will. Because it's interesting, because for each time we filed against this individual, you guys that were involved with them, they asked us, how would these guys just pop up out of nowhere? Oh, they're affiliated with Fernando. They all know each other. Their Crowcast videos, all that. You guys all know each other. So now they got a launch investigation. We got one guy being deported for massive crimes, and we got a bunch of other individuals that are tied to it. So now that opens up an investigation. And that's what we're about to trigger off. I told you it wasn't going to be a good year for you guys. None at all, period. All right. We're done here. I got everything I need. I'm going to go take care of this tomorrow and get this done. Mr. Williams, I'm going to be walking to the magistrate pretty soon. I'm going to be filing some charges against you. You're going to be brought here. McAfee, you'll be brought here, and as in Mr. What's his name? Rogers. Yeah, I'm suing the daylights out of you, buddy. You used my face without my permission, didn't you? I'm about to hit you real hard, buddy. Mayor Giuliani told me he got hit with that $149 million bad. I'm about to hit the daylights out of you. Because I didn't give you permission to use my face, did I? No, I did not. All right, then. On top of that, with that new video you did, where you talked about with McAfee in the video, and mine, that's very fresh at the end of the day. But in McAfee's video, he talked about that was my product. So you deliberately went online, took a product that wasn't mine, mixed it whatever, God knows what was in there, and claimed it to be mine, and continued to slander my company. So I'll be suing you on that also. So, Those guys, I'll see you in court. As for the other one, he's not going to make it to court. I guarantee you. And Fernando, be sure that when you're in that holding pen to explain to the individuals that were in there that were wrongly picked up on how you committed all these crimes in a country which most people, if not all people, when they come here, try to make a good living at the end of the day. Try to do something that basically makes them a good citizen. Like you wouldn't want me coming to your country and starting a meth business, would you? Or counterfeiting weapons. You wouldn't want that either. Nobody would want that crap. All right then. Then what gives you the right to come here and do what you just did? Did you vote? Oh, you can't. I was just sorry about that. All right, buddy. Well, that's the end of you. I told you, at any given time, all I have to do is just walk over and get it taken care of. And as what they've been monitoring on your accounts over the last couple of months, you haven't done anything at all. You've been just doing the same thing over again, just stealing people's work at the end of the day and selling it. That's what you've been doing. On top of that, Fernando, you're operating an illegal business. Even to have those printers in there to begin with can cause a fire. Those chemicals that come off of it, you can make yourself sick, you can make other people sick, but you don't care about that. So, we're going to go through all your banking accounts, if you have any, which I doubt you have any of those at all, period. But they're going to figure out exactly where that money trail goes to and who it connects to. And we'll message to those who bought the product, I would get rid of it as fast as I possibly could and just hand it back, because now you're going to be hit with receiving stolen goods. In the state of California, that's when you're in county. And that's a place you don't want to go. All right, well, that's basically about it. I got orders to process. I got this working on the last of my paperwork for my trademark. And yeah, I'm done. Oh, by the way, you got your license plate too. Well, you know that. Fake license plate. Yeah, he's monitored now. So, you should have did something better with your time while you were here. You had so many opportunities, and you messed it up, man. Every person I talked to about your case, at the end of the day, was at least, gee whiz Louise. They at least came here, laid low, got their paperwork in order, did something positive with their time here. Everybody said that. Fernando, let me explain something to you. Say you can't get your citizenship. You know it's impossible to get your citizenship, and I'll tell you why. Trump, that's why. The minute you walk into that courthouse, they're gonna come get you. Because they're waiting in there. They're waiting. That's the jacked up thing about it. That's what makes it so messed up. They're literally waiting. They're arresting people when they come out after getting their citizenship. So you can't go get your citizenship at all, period. They blocked all that. They blocked all of that. I know, I got friends of mine that were trying to get theirs at the end of the day, and now they destroyed all that. They made it impossible. Oh. Wish I could tell you how bad this is going to be, man. It's going to be pretty bad. You're going to be separated from your wife. I can tell you, and your kids. You're going to be separated from them. That is definitely going to happen. And you can sit there and get mad at me all you want. How is it my fault at the end of the day, Fernando? You attacked our company. I'm an American citizen, by the way. Let you know that. African American, yes, but I am an American citizen at the end of the day. I was born here. And you attacked my company. You attacked my friends and family at the end of the day. So if you feel it's wrong for me, or anybody feels it's wrong for me to protect my family, my friends, my business at the end of the day, from a person who came here and attacked my business, did whatever the freak he wanted to do, and you feel that it's wrong for you, at the end of the day, that's kind of, how to put that in a way? That's racist. Because that's what that would be. Because then you had somebody attacking an African American and basically attacking his friends and family, threatening his life at the end of the day, and he's not supposed to do anything about it. Fernando, you're a very lucky man, and I'll tell you why. I told you I'm connected with some very interesting people. And that person in my life died a long time ago when I got baptized. If I was that same person those many years ago, you wouldn't be here right now. You really would. But thank God I served my Lord and Savior at the end of the day. Thank God that person is gone. I'm going to handle this the way it's supposed to be handled. I'm going to take this and everything I got to every single organization I can get my hands on. Once I get that first number, that incident report from the FBI, I'm going out to everybody. And I'm going to make sure, even if I have to contact over in California, if I have to get hold of an ICE unit, an immigration law enforcement unit in California, I'm going to make sure I get them at that front door. You have to leave this country. You have to leave. Because you haven't done anything here good at all whatsoever. Anybody else that comes over here and that's trying to work hard, do something good for their kids, trying to get a good education, trying to work a job, they can stay here as long as the freak they want. I couldn't care less. You're a criminal. And I wish you would get your citizenship, because if you get your citizenship, we can come get you. We definitely will come get you. I'll come to California myself. I don't care how I have to get there. To drive there, I'll get there. We will come get you locked up. But because you're a citizen, we can't really, your immigration, we really can't do much. We have to let them handle it. But if you had your citizenship, yeah, definitely. I would even send that bounty hunter. So yeah, I'll come get you. I'm tired of this, Fernando. We've been doing this for too long. This dance has been going on for too long. It is time to end this now. So I'm going to reach out on tomorrow. I keep saying Monday. Tomorrow. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to contact these people, and whatever means necessary it takes, I'm going to get you in front of a judge. If you make it in front of a judge before they get to you. But my goal is to get you in front of a judge. To fire up whatever we have to go through. How many courtrooms I have to go through, I don't care. How much money I got to pay out, I don't care. I want you in front of a judge. I'm going to get you there, I guarantee you. Either they get you at the end of the day, or we get you over here, one way or another, but it's going to happen. So I'm going to dig the earth up to get it done. And when I mean dig the earth up, Fernando, I'm a man about business at the end of the day. I'm a man about paperwork. I'm going to dig the earth up, which means at the end of the day that I'm going to file with every organization. They're going to know you by name when you walk into that courtroom. Now, see, the interesting thing about me, Fernando, and I hope you're in the room and you understand when I'm saying this to you, is that the evidence we have on you can be held against you in court. The nonsense that you spoke out of your mouth, you can't even back it up. Remember, we sent you a document, asked you to send us black paint, we never got it. Remember that. There you go. So, with that being said, enjoy your time, your freedom right now, because it's about to end real soon. Enjoy your time with your family. Enjoy everything right now, because as of tomorrow morning, we get it started. And you can sit there and say, it's out of revenge. If it's about revenge, Jamie, I got people who live in your neck of the woods right now, even in your own building right now, if it was about revenge. But it's not about that. It's about justice. The difference between revenge and justice. Difference between the two. I'm seeking justice. You have to pay for what you've done. All right then. Glad we had this chat. Well, I won't be in touch, but they'll be in touch. That being said, you have a good day.